All right, I guess we're back here with another match here. I am commentating by myself here. It's Kebby again, so we are going to go ahead and just get the game off right away. So Kyle is running a very different list than he ran last week. For every single one of his decks, he decided that one Yogg deck was not going to cut it this week, so he is now running 3 different Yogg decks. So I hope that Jimmy has some sort of idea of what he's going to do. So the first deck that Kyle is up with here, he has his Tempo Mage that he just decided to jam a Yogg into, which if you were remembering the excitement of the Yogg last week, it should be no surprise. And it looks like Jay Crusade is going to be running his Dragon Paladin deck, which I believe has more of a control shell around it, so it's interesting to see how this matchup's going to go, because I don't think anybody knows exactly how it's going to go. So the Tempo Mage here starting off with not a whole lot, finally getting down his Water Elemental.
Microphone boost.
Looks like screen share might be having an issue. Alright, let's try this one more time, make sure we get both sides of the match. Alright, so it looks like the Tempo Mage is doing a decent job of clearing off the early minions of the Dragon Control Paladin here. So I'm curious to see exactly what the Tempo shell looks like with Yogg jammed in there, because I know the Tempo Mage is a lot more minion based than most of the Yogg decks. You can definitely tell that the Dragon Paladin that he's running is a lot more control based. He's got the Doomsayer in his hand, and he's got Lay on Hands to keep those games going as long as possible. However, I don't know what the late game looks like against a deck that's playing only random spells here. Towards the end of the game, I should say. So we got Consecration and a Wild Pyromancer to deal with the board quite nicely for Jimmy there. He's got the True Silver Champion as backup too, so it looks like Kyle's going to need to do some stabilizing here if he wants to stay in the game. Jimmy's sitting with the Twilight Guardian in his hand that is currently not active. He's going to have to try to find something to make that online here faster to try to stay in it here. All right. So it looks like that finally got his dragon online there by drawing that fairy dragon, so not only does he get the taunt guy up there, but he does have another dragon for activators if he chooses not to play it right away, so it's always good to have your options open. I believe Jimmy, if he would know what is in Kyle's hand, he would be jealous of the double Azure Drake there. The Faceless Summoner picking up a Wolf Rider there is pretty good. Alright, it looks like I might be getting a co-caster here to try to alleviate some of the workload on me. Let's see if I can get him in here. Alright, so the second True Silver Champion comes down for Jimmy, and he looks like he has a better control on the board.
Alright.
Hey, another caster.
You are watching Jimmy, correct?
I am actually watching Kyle.
Okay. Oh, I'll just watch the stream. Never mind. That'll work easier.
Yep. I think
All right.
that Philip is going to be doing the other stream there, or the other screen. So I don't know if you were hearing what Kyle's lineups were here today, but there's definitely something interesting going on.
Heard some Yogg shenanigans is coming.
Times 3, so I hope we get to see one every game, but I'm not holding out on it.
It's always good. Yogg decks are by far some of the most fun decks to play right now, I think.
And the most fun to watch. But Jimmy is bringing some decks that are not necessarily meta decks either with this Dragon Control Paladin deck.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he's running a Dragon Lord or not.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that Jimmy has been putting a lot of pressure on Kyle, because I think Jimmy is expecting that this is not just the run-of-the-mill tempo mage after the excitement we saw last week and Kyle's fanaticism for the one true god, Yogg-Saron.
See if we can get some good missiles. That'll work out nicely.
The double spell power is pretty nice.
That'll actually get the clear, which is pretty good.
This matchup has had a lot of swings back and forth with the board control there.
He will have a 3 spell power note now, right? With the arcane missiles adding a third one.
Yeah, he has 3 total spell power now, and there is the Yogg in Kyle's hand. So things are going to come down to the wire here. I do expect a lay on hands pretty quick here out of Jimmy.
Alright.
There's the lay on hands. Help reload his hand here and gain some life back. This spell power now on the board, though, is presenting a lot of damage from that fireball.
Yeah, you could almost at this point, with just that fireball in hand, just send everything into face this turn, and next turn drop that Yogg.
He drew a Frostbolt as well, so he could put as much damage as he wants right now towards his face and then just drop the Yogg there next turn.
What to do? What to do?
Looks like Kyle
You would have 18 damage, I believe, right? With fireball into Frostbolt and then face.
Yes, he has 8 with the fireball, 5 with the Frostbolt, and then the 7 damage on board.
Time runs out on me.
I think he's really thinking about what exactly he wants to do here. I think he's going back and forth between the safe play and maybe the everybody in chat gets to watch y'all go off here. Yep, but he's going to play that Sorcerer's Apprentice and just go face with those burn spells.
I like adding another minion to the board just for that Sylvanas.
Yep. So now you're in this position. You have your opponent to 1 life, and you have Yogg in your hand. Do you
I
play?
think you have to Yogg.
I'm fully
I'd
expecting
Yogg.
that.
I'd always Yogg.
Yeah, I definitely miscounted the math there. There was 20 damage.
So we would be able to see a full clear here for Jimmy.
Right, he does. I don't believe he has any way of gaining any life back, though, out of hand right now, which is
Right.
pretty unfortunate. I don't know exactly what died, so I don't know if N'Zoth is bringing back anything that has any relevance now. I don't believe so.
I wield the power of Blackwood.
Alright, so it looks like Jimmy is going to be in a position where he cannot get out of it. So it looks like this game is going to go to Kyle unless he goes the route we all know he wants to go.
I serve the Fire Lord.
Oh, he's not going to play the
He's
Yogg.
going a different route,
Wow,
which will still give him the win.
correct. He will go ahead one game with his tempo Yogg deck that just behaved like a strictly tempo mage deck.